I was dressing up, I chose to wear no underwear. To avoid a visible panty line. An artistic choice, because today I intend to give you the rawest of me. What comes next is real, but real doesn't always mean personal. So if what I say today rings with you, this is your voice. I wrote my first suicide note when I was 11. I call it the ode to the stranger that never came, the ode to that man in that building, that man in that shop, in that house, in that street, the ode to that man that never made it to me. I'm sure all the ladies know of him. I mean, he was the first lesson we were taught when we started using public transport home. We were told about him when we started frequenting the house of our best friend. You know, the one at the end of that shortcut, the one with the scary thicket? That's where he stayed, or waited, or prayed. My notes detailed how I waited or watched out for this man that never came, and in his place came my own father. The man that gave me everything, walked away with the most important parts of me tucked away under his arm, walked away with me in a brown paper bag labeled, "I do this because I love you." My father walked away with me in a package labeled, "This will be our little secret, our own guilty pleasure. Don't tell nobody." It is in that package that I first tried to return myself to sender. Because let's face it, everybody's listening to little girls who cry rape in the streets. Nobody listens to little girls who cry rape at their own dinner tables because it's disgraceful, because our homes don't breed monsters. Mama said, "Hush, my baby. It's all in your head. These things you speak of, they have no names. That is the first time I learned to bite down on my tongue so that the tongues of others would leave the walls of my household unsung. My struggle was termed, what will they say? I still write odes to strangers, praise songs to unfamiliar souls. But there's a difference though. These strangers come. I let them come. They come into me. I bury them at the apex of my thighs. My chest is a purgatory of the souls of all the men that love bitches with daddy issues. So yes, I call these strangers daddy. Daddy hold me, daddy love me, daddy hit me, daddy harder. I can't help it. It's the only version of love I know. So yes, the first time I tried to die is because the man who gave me life took it away. Took it away with the swift parting of my juvenile thighs. I wrote my second, or was it my third suicide note? Yes, it was my third, when I was 16. Wait, it could have been my fourth. I wanted to die so many times, it felt useless to keep count of all my conversations with death. This one was at the climax of my depression. You know that point where you sit and laugh until you cry, until you laugh again, and how not funny the shit is? I addressed this one to my mother. It went something like, "Hey mom, I'm depressed. Hey mom, I'm gonna put an end to it today. Mom, my depression is funny now. They say that's dangerous. It raises me up just to knock me down. It tells me to go and find love just to remind me of how unlovable I am. Tells me sit alone just to show me how lonely I am. Mom, I'm pretty sure this depression depresses me just for sport, and I'm tired." I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. It's hard. This depression, Mom, this depression has created a trail of scenarios in my head. Most of them unlikely, but they have me refusing to face the world because, Mom, according to my depression, I'm broken. Whenever I try to live, there's voices in my head telling me how I can't, I won't, and probably shouldn't. No matter how much I want to, they're getting stronger, Mom. I can't fight them, Mom. I can't. I often watch you. You look at me like I'm that girl who used to love to hold your hand on the way to school. That bright and bubbly girl. I'm not that girl anymore. You know this, Mom. I used to wear my heart on my sleeve. It had to relocate when I started using my wrist as a canvas. I could paint only with the blade. My arms are a tapestry of all the battles I've lost. Mom, you know. You can see I've grown pale for not being able to bask in my sunny disposition. So, Mom, forgive me. I'm sorry. Goodbye. I wrote my last suicide note last night. It felt different. I mean, it was the same as all the others. I can't do it anymore. It's too hard. I'm depressed. And. But it felt different. Maybe it's because my best friend said he wouldn't eulogize me if I died just because I wanted to, selfish prick. Or maybe it's hard being a preacher of life when you don't want your own. It's difficult being a whisper of hope when you have none for yourself. Or maybe I got tired of this one-sided romance with death. It's tiring being but a rope in a tug of war between two realms, and I can't anymore. You see, last night, I read them all my suicide notes, and I thought, man, I must be a fucking coward. If I wanted to die, I should have done it by now, right? Or at least mailed these bleeding masterpieces that I'm reading to you right now. Then I realized, maybe I never really wanted to die. I mean, hear me out. I realized that probably my notes were the path to finding my own voice. You see, I'm about 10 notes in, and with every note, I untied a knot at the back of my throat, and now I can scream, help me! My notes weren't written by somebody who was trying to die. I was just looking for one person, just one, to look into these dark, soulless pools I have for eyes and see sparkles. I mean, aren't we all just works of art gathering dust on a shelf, waiting for somebody to pull us out and read us cover to cover? To kiss the darkest of our pages, to love our broken pieces to pieces, to see the beauty in our scars. So maybe I found them, or maybe I have to keep looking. I don't care anymore. So this here, tonight, with all of you, This is my last goodbye. This is my last suicide note. I'm writing this one to death. Hey, old friend, I won't be coming anytime soon. I've been the Black Widow. Thank you.